Welcome back to the evening show. Now, our resident sports expert Sinead Hughes joins me once again in the studio with a roundup of all things sport. Sinead, lovely to have you with us.
Thanks, Olive. Good to see you again.
Now, I know last week we were talking an awful lot about the rugby, but I cannot let you get away without mentioning the England match.
I know. Come on, the Irish. Wasn't absolutely fantastic. I'm so delighted for them to end the tournament on such a high. I really think it was very important for the players themselves to not just win, but win so emphatically. It really sort of restored self-confidence and self-belief within themselves. Also, the management team, I think it was very important for them because they were getting an awful lot of slack over the tournament. So it really just gave them confidence as well in their decisions and what they've been doing, working with the team. But also, too, I think it was really important for the people of Ireland and the supporters who have supported them relentlessly through the tournament, even when they really weren't playing well. And, I mean, they had no trophies up for stake on Saturday, but yet there was a massive crowd there at the Aviva. And, I mean, just the atmosphere and the sound of the drums was just fantastic.
And I think Paddy's Day week as well kind of really was motivation to spur them on to a good win.
Absolutely, yeah.
Now, to me, it seemed like it was a completely different team. They were so disciplined, they were so on the ball.
Yeah.
What happened?
You see, and this is why we get so disappointed when they don't play like that, because we know they can play like that, you know. But I mean, I think there was a lot of things that changed it around this week. For a start, we're playing against England. You know, it doesn't take them a lot to get them stoked up for that game, particularly when we're playing them at home. Apparently, Paul O'Connell and Brian O'Driscoll gave an absolutely inspirational team talk beforehand, and you could see it. All the players were really fired up and ready for it. And everyone really played excellent. We weren't really carrying many passengers, and you can't afford to be carrying passengers when you're playing international rugby, particularly if you're going to be playing against the likes of South Africa, Australia, New Zealand. You really want all 15 players playing at the top level. So all the team played fantastic. I thought they played really, really well together. They really gelled as a unit, and they played such fantastic, positive rugby. You know, it was constantly attacking. They ran great lines. They attacked the lines really well. And one thing which I've mentioned before the tournament, which I thought was really something they needed to work on, was their offloading of the ball when they were attacking the lines, which they did absolutely brilliantly. And no team can, you know, hang with them when they're playing like that. Statistically, they were brilliant with the line-outs, the scrums, and as we talked about before, with the discipline. I mean, totally different team. Do you know what I mean?
Well, hopefully they keep up that work ethic heading into the World Cup, because I would love to see them do well. Now, Cheltenham was another big week last week.
That's right. Come on, the Irish again. They absolutely raided Cheltenham. It was fantastic. Irish trainers got a record 13 wins. Our biggest wins, our amount of wins before this was 10 back in 2006. To get 13 this year was just absolutely phenomenal. Willie Mullins actually got the trainer of the festival with 4 wins, and Irish jockey Ruby Walsh came away with 5 wins, and he was jockey of the festival.
And he has an incredible story, and he's really integral to Cheltenham.
Exactly. And I mean, he had a really bad injury back in November, and the first thing he thought about was, counting out the months, will I be okay for Cheltenham? You know, and I'm sure Willie Mullins was delighted to have him back. I mean, it just shows how important Cheltenham is to the jockeys, but Ruby Walsh really showed how integral he was to Cheltenham. Coming back a week before the festival, had another close shave in the race before Cheltenham started. But, I mean, he was just absolutely phenomenal to win 5 races just after coming back from a serious injury. He's absolutely one of the top jockeys ever to have ridden. One of the races he won, he was second last, had 24 horses ahead of him, and he managed to time it perfect that he won the race by a nose.
Hang on a second. Second last, and how many?
24 horses.
That's 24 horses in front of him, and he still won.
And he still won.
That's insane.
That's one thing he's renowned for, that he's able to time the finish to a T. To be honest, if you've got a horse, you would want Ruby Walsh on top of him. He's just phenomenal.
Now, you were out and about again this week. Where were you and what were you getting up to?
That's right. I was out at the National Aquatic Centre in Blanchardstown, and it was my first trip out there, and it's absolutely fantastic facility. I was out there because there's a high performance training centre. Swim Ireland have one of their centres there where all the elite swimmers train. So I went out to chat to the head coach and a couple of their top swimmers.
Well, let's see how you got on.
Swim Ireland is the national governing body for swimming here in Ireland. At the moment, they have 2 high-performance training centres. One is based at the University of Limerick, and the other is here at the National Aquatic Centre in Dublin. Can you tell me a little bit about these high-performance training centres?
Yeah, the high-performance training centres were initiatives set up by Swim Ireland in 2005 when they established a centre in Limerick. Following on from the success of Limerick in its early years, Swim Ireland opened a centre here in Dublin in September 2009, and in late 2012, early 2013, there'll be a third centre opening up in Bangor with the completion of the 50-metre facility up north.
And how many swimmers are training at the centres at the moment?
In the centre here in Dublin, we have 12 athletes that train in the centre on a full-time basis, and another 15 to 20 athletes that come in and number of sessions on any given week. The numbers are pretty similar down in Limerick as well.
And what are your short and long-term goals for the centres?
The short-term goal here in Dublin and in Limerick as well is the qualification for the international meets this summer. So we have the Senior World Long Course Championships in Shanghai in August, and we also have the European Junior Championships and the European Youth Olympic Festival going on this summer as well. So in the short term, we're looking to get our athletes qualified for those meets for this summer. In the long term, the goal is very simple. We're looking to get athletes into finals and onto the podium at the international swim scene.
Here, right now, right here, right
Niamh,
now.
do you find it difficult to have a personal life around your training schedule?
No, like I've been a professional athlete for the last 4 years, so I'm so used to it now that I don't find it too difficult. I'm also like have a support group around me that understand what I do. So, you know, when I'm too tired to socialise or meet with friends, it's okay, they understand. Yeah.
Now, obviously, diet is extremely important for an elite swimmer.
Yeah.
Can you tell me, what would you eat in a normal day?
Swimmers tend to eat a lot more than normal people. So after training in the morning, I come back and have a large bowl of porridge, and then I nap for a while, and then at 11 o'clock I have another snack, and that could be fruit or anything else like that. And then at 1 o'clock I have my lunch, and usually I try to keep it like a light lunch, like for me a light lunch, like a sandwich, just because when we go to the pool we're there for 3 or 4 hours, so it's kind of hard to stomach something for that long. And then when we come home at 7, I have a large dinner, and that might be shepherd's pie, my speciality, or stir fry or something good. It's always healthy, yeah.
And what competitions are you training for at the moment?
At the moment I'm training for Irish Nationals, which are in 8 weeks' time. They're going to be held here in this pool. And from there I'd hope to qualify for the World Student Games and World Championships.
Now, you started swimming competitively at 9 years of age. What prompted you to start swimming initially?
Well, my parents had always swam. Well, my dad more competitively, and my mum was into the kind of competitive life-saving aspect of it. So I think it was kind of a lifestyle choice that they had made for me at that stage, and just happened to enjoy it. And turned out I've been enjoying it ever since.
Now, you're one of the top swimmers in Ireland. Can you tell me about the dedication and commitment involved?
Like we do about 26 hours training a week, so it's fairly heavy stuff. Like up at 4:30 in the morning and bed at 9 o'clock at night. So it is a whole lifestyle change that you have to adapt to yourself to and get used to over the years. But that's the thing, you do get used to it, and you do enjoy it. Like you wouldn't be getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning if you didn't enjoy yourself.
And what's coming up for you now in the future?
I've just got nationals now in a couple of weeks' time, probably about a month and a half time, and then hopefully I'll go to World University Games this summer and swim well there, hopefully swim fast.
If you would like to start swimming, or you believe you have what it takes to be an elite swimmer, check out www.swimireland.ie for more information.
And if there is a sporting event in your area that you would like Sinead to pop along and cover, then make sure you send us an email to eveningshow@city.ie, or you can text the word show, followed by your comment to 53131, and text cost 30 cents. Now, just before we go, it's competition time once again here on the Evening Show. We have a €200 voucher to give away to go along to the Global Hair Academy, which is based on Thomas Street. To be made a chance, all you have to do is answer this very simple question. Where is Global Hairdressing based in Dublin? Is it A, Grafton Street, B. Thomas Street, or C. Henry Street? Email your answers to the usual address, theeveningshow@city.ie, along with your name and address, and you could be the lucky winner. And don't forget, the Global Hair Academy have a new hairdressing course starting up shortly, so if you are looking for a change in career and want to learn a new skill, make sure to check out their website, globalhairacademy.ie. Well, that's your lot for tonight. Philomena Linnett will be here telling us all about her brand new book and the incredible story of herself and Phil Linnett. And we'll also be taking a look at some gizmos and gadgets with Martin Byrne. That's tomorrow at 7, repeated at 9. See you then. Bye-bye.